All right, so what a wonderful birthday we have. The lights are on. Let's see first impressions here. I'm not really seeing, thankfully, that much now. It's not fully dark yet. It seems, yeah, you can see it's not fully dark. So who knows? At least from here, it isn't that horrible. Who knows? But we can check it out right here and see what the disaster is impending for us. Now, I don't know how much of it is. Hold on. So you saw the nice. So first of all, the camera I don't know. Well, hold on. It makes it. I mean, this is the beautiful light we have here, and then if we come down here, the glare bomb. Yeah, it is. It is a glare bomb for sure. It's not coming across the way I see it in the viewfinder here, but it's not very pleasant at all. Again, it's yet another shitty. Yeah, it's just really awful. It's I don't know how much of it is the leaves, but it's not as 100% awful as I had anticipated. So that is good. But I mean, here you can see the glare a little bit. And again, I think the leaves help obscure it. And again, half the year there aren't leaves, or for considerable months of the year. And because this is a split level, on the top level, we are actually, there is a tree here. There's also a tree right here. So right as we're doing, well, look at that. I mean, I'll take little victories, but the grill right here, you can't see it because there's a nice big ass tree in the way. So, you know, at least there's that. And even if we move over, I think we're just at an angle where it doesn't come through. So, let me see here. So again, you can see that light is the overly bright light for the street. It doesn't come as much into the driveway. It comes right to the street. So in that sense, again, it could be worse. And I hate to be that guy who's like, oh, thank God it's not like directly laser bombing my eyes 24/7. But that's the glare from that. You know, because I was thinking of putting lamps like this up in the trapezoid there, and then it kind of, you know. But, I mean, let's take a look here. So let's go use this. All right. So, well, let me turn it off. So, I'm not sure what's going to be reflecting here because it's not that dark yet, but, well, that's somebody, you know, here's the interesting thing. So that glare that we're seeing sometimes that's flashing, that one is actually a neighbor's bad, yeah, that one's a neighbor's bad light. And there's a slight one sometimes you see above it. Sometimes you see a little flash above it. That's the new light, right there. So now, again, I don't know how much of it is the fact that there's some overhang, you know, because if you look here, you can see that most of the street is lit up like a, right, but the driveway right here, right below it, is not that horrible. So again, these are awful lights. They're way too bright. It's going to be obnoxious coming in and out of here, but at least it appears that the worst, then again, who knows? Again, a lot of it could be just obscured by leaves. You know, well, we'll see at night. I mean, we'll right. But if we turn the lights on, I mean, of course, the other thing, of course, is that you see people's car headlights coming in here. That's also always been obnoxious, you know? And then people love to just like park out on the side of the car and wait 10 minutes to like go inside or something. But if we go, I mean, again, the problem is you can't see it as well. The camera just really doesn't do justice that you can literally see everything on the street. Well, yeah, this camera is a little better. That's just way too much light. But again, there really does not appear to be that much glare coming in. There is, that seems to be the only thing I'm seeing. Okay. Okay, that seems to be it. And a lot of that is actually insects around it, I think. You know? So, again, yeah, I mean, even here, you know, you can't really see it. There's the tree right over, you can see a tree in the middle, and then to the left of the tree, there's just one dot. So again, if we go out here, well, I hate it over there, you know, it looks terrible, but at least the glare is not blinding me. Just when I'm going to be driving in and out at night, of course. Now let's compare that, because when we go downstairs, I was hyperventilating the other week or day, that this is what I was worried about. This is actually much worse, and this is what I was freaking out about here. I can't open a door. So this is what I was freaking out about. Let me see if there's anything. So again, it doesn't come across as badly, you know, but there is a glare that is horrible. Again, it doesn't come across the camera that much because, you know, these are such glaring things. That right here, and you know, there's a tree right here. This is where the fireplace is. You know, I don't have any shoes on. Hold on a second. All right. So, let me see here. All right. So right over here, well, you can't see it. There's a fireplace here. It's not picking up, but that, again, it doesn't seem like it's much worse than the one in the front, but it is a pretty big glare. This is what I was fearing. And, you know, thankfully, compared to what I was hoping, you know, you can, again, the camera's not picking up that it's pretty bright over there, but again, the glare, maybe the glare is directed more outwards, because we are seeing the back of this, right? So, and again, it could also be leaves, but then again, there's tons more leaves over there. There's a lot more coverage over there. So I guess this is, you know, I guess this is the birthday gift where it's like, okay, it could have been a lot worse. You know, I was imagining the glare that's downstairs. You know, I was imagining the glare that, again, the camera doesn't really pick up, but you know what, let's see it from here. Because again, I have some over here, some curtains. I mean, this is to keep the sun out most of the time, but we can, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reflection here, but we can see it here-ish. And in some angles, it's really bad. But again, that light is facing us. And yeah, it's that one big dot there, and yeah, who cares? But it's a glare. It's especially glare near the campsite down here. You know what, let's turn on the lights over here just so we can, nope, other ones. So right there, and then that's, you can see the dot over there still. And yeah, it doesn't come across. I guess people have to just take my word for it that that is very glaring, especially when you're downstairs. And this is just an ugly color that they're splashing everywhere here. But it doesn't, it really, I'm kind of happy it's not as bad as I thought it would be, because it's bad. But the anticipated glare bomb is not quite here. I mean, it is as bad, you know, it really is. I mean, it's lit up like a Christmas tree, you know, it shouldn't be that dark, what do you call it, that clear at night. But anyways, I think that's it for now. Let me just get in the kitchen here. So, you know, it's not that bad, but, you know, the streets are terrible. You can't walk at night anymore. So, yeah, I guess the one horrible thing where I thought it would be glaring into the bedroom, maybe it's not as bad. Maybe it'll get worse when the leaves fall. I don't know. But it's pretty bad, you know. And again, it just uglies up the whole neighborhood. And Yeah, I do miss the orange glow already. And again, even that was too bright, but this is just awful. But then again, we have these, I have to use my contacts when I can't. They do sell ones that you can put over your glasses easily, but, these are just the ones we're going to have to go with. And, it's, I guess, yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, it's what it is, and thankfully it's not that horrible. It's not like an acute crisis of, oh my God, I can't, because when all the lights go down and then you just see that one glare from now, that's just unbearable, and yeah, but the whole thing's just disappointing, as with everything else in my life, and it really, people couldn't find good lighting, President CEO getting paid $300,000 plus. I'm sure that includes. Oh, we'll research that more. $200,000 for the CEO. Really, don't give a shit. These people are getting paid what, $1,000 a day, including holidays. They can't figure out lighting that works, that looks good. And then you're like, oh, thank God, it's not a directed laser into my house. That's the one. Oh wow, okay. It could have been even worse, And maybe it is for the other neighbor. Although, I don't know, I can just imagine, because if he's getting the front blast of it, good luck, front guy, but it's just so awful, it really is. And, we've discussed this, and I don't know, I'll stop yelling about it now, but, it's the usual. And, yeah.